Hello everybody, Warrior Fire here, and welcome back to more The Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last time, we helped Angelica both rescue Elisa's mother from the Saxon iron mine, retake Brewer from the Noble Alliance, and settle things with her father. Which resulted in Ragnar family withdrawing from the Noble Alliance and becoming a neutral party. This time, we've got a rest day in Brewer, and then it's back onto the Courageous and setting out for more quests. Bonding events and it's even a quest that somewhere. There's a green marker. Alright, first things first, taking care of any quest markers, as those are likely any students that we can now recruit. Hey. Hello, Rain. Hello, Rain. Can we not do this just for today? I feel like I should wear a shirt that says, I'm sorry about her, or something. Oh, come on. I'm just having a bit of fun with my two best pals. Besides, it's been so long since we've seen each other that she probably missed all the teasing. Really? Just so happy to see you again. I was so worried at this whole time. I never should have left you alone like that. You must have been really scared. I'm so sorry. I should be the one saying all that. Oh no, here come the tears. Oh, you're such a dummy, Lind. There. It's great to see the two of you back together again. Reen, we owe you so much. We might not have ever seen each other again if it weren't for Class 7 and the Courageous. Now it's time for me to return the favor by joining the crew and doing all I can to help out. You better, since I'm gonna keep this. Oh, wow. That's not I don't think an airship. That's nothing, never mind. I know you're trying to joke to cover up the fact that you're crying, but it's really not working. Boo. Fine, let's just get on that ship. Follow me, I'll show you the way. Alright then. Thanks again, Reen. We'll see you later, okay? I'll see you on board. And Lind was welcomed aboard the Courageous. It's hard to tell how many have it left around here. How many left to get all together? Don't mind, I'm going to count. Uh, 18 students left to recruit all together. Nice round number. There we go. Oh, the only recruit to get there. 8. Alright, so we've got bonding events with all party members. Princess Alphen and Toa. Since Angelica's not fully a part of the party yet, only 2 party members not at Link level 4 are Millium and Gaius, so start with them. But yep, Millium and Gaius. Right, gonna start with the Million since she's closest. I guess the Eisengraph's pretty much stuck in Rower Station for the time being. Oh, better stuck than under Alliance control, right? Now that I think about it, I never went and got what I left in there a while ago. Maybe I should grab it before it starts running again. Well, maybe I should tag along. It'd be kind of cool to take a look inside too. And spend time with Millium, yes. Oh, mind if I join you, Millium? We didn't exactly get to look around last time we were in there, and to be honest, I'd kind of like to. I'm not stopping you. In the words of V, let's roll. And they spoke to the RMP officers guarding the station and were granted permission to step aboard the Eisengraph. Once inside, they went straight to the front carriage, and Millium found what she was looking for on the engine room's dashboard. Oh, it's a stuffed bear. A pretty big one, too. He's awesome, isn't he? Gramps bought him for me a while back as a reward for completing a mission. He did. I'm having a hard time imagining Chancellor Osborne buying someone something so cute as a present. Yeah, I guess he didn't seem like the type, huh? He probably bought it for me on a whim. Oh, I wasn't trying to suggest he was a cold-hearted person or anything. Hey, while we're here, you want to go do some exploring? I bet the chairs in here are way softer than any sofa you've ever tried. Sure, why not? Still, we're putting the RMP out, remember? We can't spend too long in here. Man, you weren't kidding. These really are comfy. It was a gift from the Emperor, though. It's no wonder that it'd be so ritzy. I know, right? I'm jealous of how much he got to use it, too. He got to live it up on his way to the conference in Crossbell. Oh yeah, Prince Oliver and Toa were on board for that trip, too. What's up? Nothing. I was just thinking about how this train's lost its master. Same way you, Captain Claire, and the other Ironbloods have. Oh, that's true. Yes, can't really live it up anymore if he's dead, huh? Nothing we can do about it, though. Crow outsmarted him, and that's that. Still can't believe he actually managed to kill him. I wasn't expecting you to be able to talk about him so, impartially. I mean, if you're upset about it, there's no need to force yourself not to let it show, you know? Why would I be? When Dad was shot by that Jaeger, I was beside myself with worry and anger. And the Chancellor was like a father to all of you, wasn't he? I'm just saying, there's no need to force yourself to seem happy. If you need a shoulder to cry on, Sorry, I really don't know what you mean. What's it even like to cry anyway? What do you mean, what's it like to cry? Surely you've done it before. Everyone has. I'm asking because I seriously don't know. Wait, you're serious? You've never cried? Not once? Guess not. I felt moved when reading books and felt kinda lonely when someone wasn't there anymore. But being so upset about something that tears come out of your eyes just seems kinda alien to me. How? She's never cried? Never? She's younger than the rest of us, but by her age, most people have done it more than they can count. Huh? What do you go all quiet for? Are you still down about this stuff with the V? Cheer up, okay? It's no fun if you're all gloomy like this. No, it's okay. I was just having a hard time processing what you were saying. I just want you to remember one thing. To all of us in Class 7, you're both a classmate and a friend. If anything were ever to happen to you, all of us would be incredibly upset. Enough to cry a lot. Just remember that. Okay. I still don't know what you're trying to say, but I'll keep that in mind. I really like all you guys, too. Yeah, come on. How reckless you are. You're gonna run into trouble way before I do. Fair point. I'll be careful. And after they finished talking, the two left the Eisengraph stuffed bear in hand. And there's Link level 4 with the Millium. And now she has the bear right here. There you are, Gaius. Hey, Gaius, you highway bound? That's right. I figured I might head out and fish for a while to pass the time. One of Gwen's favorite fishing holes is supposed to be out there, so I thought I'd give it a try for myself. Oh yeah, I know that one. It's not far from where our boat first landed. Just be careful though. The monsters have gotten a lot tougher than they were when Gwen used to fish out there. Oh, I will. Don't worry about me. In fact, you shouldn't be worried about anything at all. Take some time to de-stress yourself while you've got it. Everyone has times when they just need to open a window and let some fresh air into their lives. I'll give that a try, thanks. Maybe fishing with the Gaius would let me open that window he mentioned. Spend time with Gaius? Yes. Well, how about we fish together? It's a good enough way for you to unwind. It's good enough for me. That's what I like to hear. Right. And Rain and Gaius then made a beeline to Gwen's old fishing spot on the Spina By Road. Once they made it there, the two got right to fishing. Man, that was honestly a perfectly timed yawn for me. It feels like ages since I just put my cares to the side for a while and cast out a line like this. Yeah, ever since the war started, we've had no shortage of things to be worried about. It's probably healthy for us to take the opportunity to unwind every now and then. Yeah, even now I'm feeling all the built-up tension just kind of soften and melt away. Did you fish much back home? I got in some good rod and reel time at shore. Hardly as much as Gwen, though. He used to take me out on his boat to fish, especially when he could tell I was feeling down about something. Huh, really? You always seem so composed. Guess I just assumed that nothing ever really got to you like that. Man, that's embarrassing to admit. We've all got our worries. Don't fret about it. Sure, I feel down sometimes, but it always passes in time. Back home, I was always surrounded by people who cared about me. Mom, Dad, my siblings, neighbors in the settlement. Whenever I started feeling down, they were there to cheer me up. And I always tried to do what I could to be there for them in the same way. That sounds like a good life. And that's how you became the dependable Gaius we all look up to. Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. Still, I'd like to think that if there's ever anything you need, you'll be able to rely on me. This class would never have come as far as we have if we hadn't supported each other along the way. You're right about that. I'll make sure to keep it in mind. Monsters! Or, I've noticed them earlier if we'd been paying more attention. This reminds me of when I rescued Lieutenant General Vander a year ago. But at least that time I had a horse. Well, this time you've got me. True. Together we can take them. And drawing their weapons, Rain and Gaius fought valiantly against the horde of monsters. And despite being vastly outnumbered, they triumphed by making most of each other's strengths in combat. Well, I'd say we managed to beat the odds, wouldn't you? See? You are dependable, just like I said. It takes two to cover each other's backs. And whenever you need me, I'll have yours. Likewise. Right? And the battle won, they made their way back to Ruhr. Hey, there's that link level up. Uh, I just need a brief moment. Alright, all good. Alright. Let's see. Who do I go with the next? Probably Machias, considering he's got lowest with the green. Machias, Sarah. Oh, yeah, and Elliot. Right, elevator's over here. And there he is. I'll be taking a look around at the Ruhr Institute of Technology soon. It's practically the premier technical university in the country, so I think any time I spend there will be to my benefit. Yeah, I would imagine so. We did go inside during our field study, but that was just for Professor Schmidt's request, so we didn't explore much. Still, it's very you to make for the make a break for the nearest school when we finally get a little time to rest. Well, if there's something I can only see while we're here, why wouldn't I? Maybe you should do the same. No better way to lift your spirits than to get your mind off of what's getting them down. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Well, maybe he's right. Checking out the Institute probably would cheer me up. Spend some time with Marcus? Yes. Yeah, I think you're onto something here. Would it be okay if I tagged along? Of course. I was kind of hoping you would. Shall we? Whoa! What was that? Sorry about that, guys. Hey, I recognize you two. You guys came in here for a field study one time with your other classmates, right? Hit that nail on the head, but mind explaining what those two tiny cars are? Actually, I think I remember seeing them during our field study, too. These babies, they're a new kind of toy that we're developing. We're calling them orbital remote-controlled cars. They're basically little cars that run on orbital power that you can drive around with these radio frequency control devices. The thing's settling down here in Ruhr. We're off to test our new and improved ones all around town. That's some impressive technology, yeah? You've replicated the look of the Reinford Company's Lux line of vehicles very well, too. Oh, do you recognize them, Machias? With the number of cars on the roads of Heimdall, you start to recognize different models after a while. So I eventually decided to start doing some research into what each one had to offer. The Lux series was one of the ones that I found myself particularly fond of, so its name is stuck in my mind. Now, there's a man with a taste. If you can appreciate the beauty of these little babies, you're gonna go far in life. Actually, you're just the kind of guy who we'd like to give this thing a little test run. Are you serious? As serious as we've ever been. We want as many people playing with these things as possible, right? Oh, actually, it'd be great if you could grab another friend, too. 3 people racing against each other wouldn't just be awesome, but would also provide us with some valuable data. Well, in that case, we'd be happy to play with your cars for you. And I already know who our third will be, though I'd hardly call him a friend. Wait, you're not thinking of... Yep. Yep, he was. Of all the things you could summon me out of the blue for, a toy car race. Still, it's not as though I have anything better to do. I accept your challenge. Ha! Smile while you still can. I expect you to give this your all too, Reen. Okay, if you insist. Well, now that you know the controls, the course will take you from here, round to the front of the RF building, and to the top of the steps over near F. We're going to have to chase after your cars, though, since the orbital waves have a limited range. Well then, shall we get started? Take your positions. Ready, set, go! Yeah, their cars left the starting line, and the race of the century began. The 3 of them chased furiously after their cars, struggling to adjust to the unfamiliar controls. And as they finally reached and neared the finish line, Eustace and Bacchus hit their competitive peak, each one desperate to claim victory. Ha! Out of my way! Kneel before me, fool. Guys, calm down a bit, or you're gonna... Oh. What? Possible. We have our winner. In first place, Reen Schwarzer. Seriously? It was a neck-and-neck race, but once they crashed their cars, Eustace and Bacchus didn't stand a chance. Looks like you got a bit carried away at the wheel there, fellas. Huh, that was careless of me. This is completely ridiculous. But we got some fantastic data thanks to you 3. I'll have to get this back to the lab and start brainstorming improvements right away. Great work, you guys. Thanks. The race complete. Eustace went back to whatever he was doing, and the researchers skipped off gleefully to the Institute. Phew, didn't expect that would end up being such a big thing. I'm a little frustrated that I didn't manage to come in first. But if the whole thing cheered you up, I'd say it was well worth doing. Thanks, Marcus. That means a lot. Hey, no need to make a big deal out of it. On a more pragmatic note, I can see something like toy cars becoming very successful during wartime. Just another reason for us to fight for peace, I suppose. Yeah, that's a fight I'm sure we'll win. Besides, if these things ever make it to market, we can have another race. Sounds good to me. Next time, I'm taking Eustace down. Just can't keep myself from firing a shot at Eustace. Yeah, Sarah and Elliot, right. And Sarah's at the repair shop. Grandpa, how do I get good at hide and seek? What are you, stupid? You hide in places where people won't find you. That's what I mean. How do I find places where people won't find me? Yeah, see how that would be tricky. Hey. That's any of here now. Definitely be able to make some good upgrades. Really like having this guy's name. No matter what you do, game, not going to get me to say it. It's obvious here. With a name like that, I wasn't sure what to expect when Elisa introduced me to him. But he seems like he really knows his stuff. I just wish he had a bit more of a refined, dandyish aura about him. Sort of like Gwen. Then he'd be more my type. The inside of your head must be a terrifying place to live. Thank you, Reen. You have no idea, Reen. All kidding aside, though, you should take this chance to make sure your gear is in good shape. There's no telling when you'll need to put it through some hard use, and it always pays to be prepared. Maybe I should take this chance to have a look around here, too. Say, do you mind if I hung around here with you until your maintenance is finished up? Now that I look around, there seem to be a lot of things here worth checking out. You can if you want, but I think what you really need is something else. What do you mean by that? Get your sword ready. As soon as he's finished with my gun, there's somewhere I want to take you. And As it turned out, that somewhere ended up being the Nortia Highway. Alrighty, I don't think anyone's gonna come barging in here and disturbing us all the way out here. Yeah, I doubt it, but why did you bring me here in the first place? You told me not to forget my sword, so I'm guessing it's not a date. Pshaw, you've never been on a Sarah date. Oh, wow. I'm just gonna... Here we go. Anyway, I hope you're ready to get all hot and heavy with me. As we pour ourselves into no-holds-barred combat training. Are you kidding me? And this time I'm not gonna hold anything back, so you'd better be ready. I want you to fight me like your life depends on it. Because you can leave this little excursion one of two ways. Walking with your head held high, or on a stretcher. I don't know what brought this on, but I can see this isn't one of your usual gags. In that case, I accept your challenge. You'll only get my best today. And so began their intense battle. True to her word, Sarah came at Green with all the fury of a raging storm. Despite bringing the best of his skill to bear, he was just barely able to withstand her assaults. Ugh, how are you so strong? So this is what it's like when you're not pulling your punches, huh? Darn straight. The world's not a nice place. Not a fair place. And I fought tooth and nail for my place in it anyway. The world takes from you too. I've almost lost count of how many irreplaceable things it's taken from me. So many friends, allies. I don't even have a homeland to call my own now. Instructor. But I did whatever I had to keep on living no matter what. And I stand before you now as the sum of all those ugly, painful experiences. Life will knock you down over and over again, but if you rise just one more time, that makes you the victor. That's something I've kept on believing, and seeing you students give it your all has only strengthened that belief. That's why I've decided that everything life has taught me in the school of hard knocks, I'm going to teach you. Not through words or lessons or fancy platitudes, but through battle. I'm ready to learn. You might have gotten the better of me before, but I'm ready for round 2 anytime. Yeah, boy. Let's not waste time chit-chatting then. You ready? And they resumed their battle, and the intense training continued. Green focused everything on the fight, fending off Instructor Sarah's onslaught as best he could. And after a long, difficult fight... Looks like neither of us has the energy to go another round. I guess we'll have to call this one a draw, but at the very least, I'd say we got in some good training. Well fought, Green. It's kind of scary how strong you are, though. It was all I could do to keep you at bay. I didn't even get a proper hit on you in the end. You could have, though. All you would have had to do is fire up that power of yours. And you should have, since, I specifically told you to fight like your life depended on it. But, just messing with you. That consideration you always show for others is part of what makes you strong. I know you're still beating yourself up over what happened yesterday, and that's totally understandable. But at the end of the day, you've got to get past it and move on. No one can do that for you. But you will, though. I have no doubt about that. So just keep your chin up and your gaze forward, I guess. Thanks, instructor. I'll try at least. A lot of people are counting on me, and I don't want to let them down. And the two stayed and rested for a while to get their strength back, and once they felt better, they walked together back to Ruhr. Alright, and Elliot's just outside of the RFS store. There's Laura. Right. Another student just unable to be recruited at the moment. I can't stop thinking about our field study here from earlier in the year. Sure, it was tough, but it was fun. Hanvi was still alive. Yeah, even if we did think he had died back at the mine. I'm guessing news of V's actual death has probably reached Crow by now. I wonder how he's taking it. Sorry, it was probably super insensitive of me to bring him up. Just trying to cheer up, okay? Elliot's definitely worried about me. Maybe we should hang out for a while. Yep, and that's the point of having to talk to him. I just got a great idea for something we can do together. Come with me, Green. Well, what's going on now? We'll find out soon enough. Let's go. And Elliot dragged Green into the Reinford building. And after he borrowed a few things, Elliot dragged him right back out again. This sort of looks like the same kind of orbital guitar I used back at the festival. That's because it is. Both that and the keyboard are made by the Reinford company. They're both display models, but they said we could use them since playing them right out here would make for good advertising. Should be all tuned up now. Already got permission too, so shall we get started? Get started? Wait, you don't mean... I sure do. Let's play some music. Just you and me, putting on a concert in the middle of the street. And despite the sudden start, the two played with gusto, their focus entirely on both their instruments and the performance. A surprising number of Ruhr's residents had stopped to listen and clap for them too. All in all, it was a success. Phew, that was something. Impressive work, Green. We were out of sync in a few spots, and we missed a note or two here and there. But it was fun, wasn't it? Was for me, at least. Yeah, it was fun. Just goes to show that music doesn't stop at giving strength to the listeners. The performers get some too, I guess. I was every bit as happy there as I was when we performed at the festival. I'm a little biased, but I'd say playing herself is even more fun than listening, to be honest. That's probably one of the reasons I just can't seem to give music up. Thanks for inviting me to join you, Elliot. This definitely helped cheer me up. You're very welcome. We'll have to do this again sometime if we can. With some time to practice, hopefully. Not just us either, the whole class, just like back at the festival. That sounds great. I hope we get another chance to do something like that. And their street concert complete. Reen and Elliot went back to Rhineford HQ to return their instruments with smiles of elation on their faces. And with that done, all that's left is heading on out. Right. Just up here for actually a little too far there. That's where he is. Should I go and check on Valimar in the hold? If I do, I probably won't have the time to do anything else out here. Looks like the maintenance is nearly finished. And returning to the courageous and costuming sort of two pants. All done with everything here, so on board we go.
Well done! Keep up the good work!
Only got an A here. Recruited Angelica.
Greetings, my lady.
How are you feeling, Valimar? The battle yesterday must have been pretty hard on you.
I am fine. The damage to my armor and lost mana have largely recovered. I expect to be in peak condition before our next battle.
That's good to hear. Just listening to you talk, you really have changed since we first met. You seem to be talking a little more like a human now.
Is that so? That would suggest that my memory is slowly recovering.
What's that now?
The part of me in which memories are stored appears to be damaged. I have very few memories of the past, such as why I was sealed within the old schoolhouse to begin with. This includes my memories of language. Thus far, I have had to rely on the preset bare minimum of speech functionality. However, thanks in great part to your assistance, my speech functionality is slowly beginning to restore itself.
Does that mean that your memories of the past are starting to return too?
It is an indistinct memory, as if clouded by white noise. I seem to recall someone burdened by a great sadness, much like yourself.
That obvious, huh? I look that burdened to you? Someone died right before my eyes, and I was powerless to stop them. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that I might have been able to stop it from happening. And that regret's like a thorn stabbing into my heart. Was the person in your memory able to move past their burdens?
I am unable to find any memories that answer that question. However, I believe that your sense of regret is an entirely natural process for humans. Is that not the case?
Well, Yeah, I guess.
Give thought to what you would do differently if confronted by the same situation again. If I can aid you, I shall.
Yeah, you're right. I can't undo the past, but I can at least make sure I don't make the same mistake a second time. Perhaps considering how to do that is the best thing that I can do right now. Thanks, Valimar. I feel a little better after talking to you.
Then all is well. I am afraid I must return to sleep. Should you require my aid again, you need only to call my name.
I need to keep on getting stronger. Strong enough that I can protect the people around me. The ship's maintenance is probably almost done now. Maybe I should take a nap or something while I wait for the others to get here? Yes, this is Reen Schwarzer speaking.
Hey there, Reen. George here. Do you have a minute?
George, is something wrong?
Well, I'm over at the Ruhr Institute of Technology at the moment, and an acquaintance of mine here has a pretty interesting proposal regarding your Divine Knight. How soon do you think you can come over?
A proposal? Who is this acquaintance of yours?
Well, it's the Institute's president, actually. Professor Schmidt, the Empire's foremost orbital researcher.
Now that's a bit of a surprise. The name's G. Schmidt. I serve as this institute's president. I certainly wasn't expecting the pilot of that Ashen Knight to be only a boy. The Alliance ought to be near ashamed of themselves if they keep losing to snot-nosed brat like you. I don't think that's any way to talk to a person you've only just met. Besides, he happens to be one of the students who helped you get that minor medal earlier in the year. And one of the students put out that request without any input from me. He should be kissing my boots for having the honor of assisting with my research, however indirect it was. Some things never change. Putting that aside, is it true? Aren't you the one responsible for developing the Panzer Soldaten? It is. Duke Kyan made the request, and I agreed to it. I used the ancient robot, Ordine, and the Society's archaisms as a reference point, and then designed a frame that could be mass-produced, even with the Reinford Company's technological capabilities. Afterward, I drew up plans for several models, and oversaw the completion of a Draken prototype a few months back. Why do you ask? You have any idea what you've done? You're wasting your time, Reen. He develops whatever catches his interest, loses himself in it until it's done, and the consequences. The railway guns in Corellia Fortress and the Orbital Wave jamming device in Nord were both designed by him too. Unbelievable. An engineer who doesn't strive to satisfy his intellectual curiosity is a sad sight of an engineer. We just design things. It's up to their users to decide what to do with them. Do you get it now? It was because I couldn't cope with this part of him that I ended up going to the academy over here. Yeah, I totally get it. unfortunately. Oh, right. What made you come visit the professor to begin with? Of course. That was what I called you here for. Was hoping I might be able to get some kind of advice or pointers from him. You know, about getting a new weapon for Valimar. Oh,
And if I might be so bold as to offer a word of advice, get Valimar a better sword, one like yours. If you think you're such hot stuff you can beat me without your 8 leaves training, you're in for a world of hurt.
Correct choice of armaments is indeed paramount. Selecting one the Awakener is well suited to will increase combat efficiency exponentially.
George told me about what you're after. He says you want a weapon capable of fighting on equal terms with the Azure Knight. We might have gone our separate ways, but he's still a former student of mine. I'm open to the possibility of designing something for you. Really, you'd make a weapon for Valimar? I said I'd be open to the possibility. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you want my help, I have one condition. Zamorian ore. Ring any bells for you, Reen? I think so. You used that to make weapons for us before, didn't you, George? Oh, you know of it? Saves me the effort of explaining then. It's an extremely rare ore found here in Zamoria. It's an astoundingly strong material that possesses a mysterious radiance within it. And what's more, as I learned while developing the soldats, the frames of the Divine Knights are made up of that very ore. Your Ashen Knight included. I had no idea. A double save her hoarding uses appears to be made of it too. Which, as I'm sure you figured out, means if you're ever going to compete against Crow, you're going to need a Tachi made of Zamorian ore too. To make one, however, you're going to need vast quantities of ore. Yet, it was only recently discovered how to refine the ore at all. Processing will be immensely difficult. But bring me the materials and I'll be willing to assist you. The concept of a weapon that can compete against the Divine Knights is of great interest to me. Even when you're helping people, it's only to help yourself. It'd be nice if you were doing it to atone for developing the soldats, but I can't picture those words coming out of your mouth. The very thought makes me ill. Bear in mind, Zamorian ore is an incredibly rare material. I doubt you'll find enough of it to get the job done. Still, should you pull it off, I'll design you the finest Tachi you'll have ever laid eyes on. On my name as an engineer, I can promise you that. Thank you, Professor. This will be a great help to us. Rare or not, we're going to find all the Zamorian ore we can to make this work. I'll keep my expectations low. Oh. What a pleasant guy. The advice that Reen received on forging a new weapon for Valimar came from a surprising source, but they could not have asked for better. After politely excusing themselves, Reen and George left the Institute to reunite with the rest of the crew. And once the maintenance was declared complete, they boarded the Courageous and departed from Ruhr. Hey. December 23rd in Airbodia. I have to tell you, I'm impressed. I was expecting this beauty of a ship to be on the feisty side, but she's a real sweet girl. Cutting through the clouds like this feels wonderful. I could get used to this. Wow. Can't believe how quickly you've gotten the hang of it, Angie. Neither can I. But I think it's obvious who's more qualified to sit here between the two of us. This job's all yours now. Why, thank you. I hereby accept the positions of Chief Helmsman and a courageous second-in-command. She really is amazing. There's no one out there who can tame a vehicle as fast as Angie. You're not gonna have to worry about a thing with her around. Moving right along, the good news is that we were able to liberate Brewer. I don't think any of us could have predicted how much the war situation would change in the process. Marquis Wagner and his provincial armies withdrawal from the conflict will have a profound effect going forward. Losing one of their key members is bound to be a painful loss to the Alliance. For one thing, it should make things easier for Lieutenant General Vander and the 3rd Armored Division. Their greatest concern before now was the Nordia Provincial Army, after all. So the Alliance's overwhelming supremacy is finally starting to sway. Only in East Ceremonia, though. They still come out on top in the West. Right. Prince Oliver said as much, too. General Le Guin and Brigadier General Bardius are out there claiming one victory after another. And then there's your brother, Eustace. He's a brilliant leader, and it shows. I see. Be that as it may, all we can do is focus our efforts on the Eastern Front for now. That's what we were entrusted with, and fretting over things we can't change won't do us any good, right? That's putting it into perspective, yes. We've got our hands full over here as it is, so let's make every moment count. Time to get back to gathering all the info we can. Speaking of, I'm giving us an update on the situation with Palomar's weaponry. Oh, right. How can we forget? Professor had agreed to cooperate with us, didn't he? Cooperate is a strong word, Lisa. He only cares about what interests him. That it ends up benefiting us is purely secondary. And remember, he's only going to help it if we happen to find enough more in order to make the weapon. How we're going to get stuff that rare is beyond me, though. You said that Valamar himself is made of that ore, did you not? You wouldn't have to have any ideas, would you, Emma? I'm afraid that the Hexen clan knows very little regarding the creation of the Divine Knights. Some legends passed down through the clans that they were made during the time of the Great Collapse. Specifically, they were forged by artisans who called themselves gnomes. Huh, that's an interesting name. I know the term from old stories much like anyone else, but I had no idea a band of artisans by that name existed. Supposedly, they once worked closely with the clan's ancestors. But somewhere down the line, the witches and the gnomes ended up parting ways. I couldn't tell you exactly when. How curious. Maybe so, but none of that's going to help us find any ore. Our chances of finding enough were pretty slim to begin with. I know where you can get enough. But only if you're willing to overcome some very difficult trials to obtain it. You do? Really? What do I have to gain by lying? You're aware of those strange ruins scattered all over the country, right? Oh, yeah. Where the higher elements were active? Those are the ones. They're called spirit shrines. They were built on top of septium veins long ago by the gnomes to encourage the formation of massive Zamorian ore crystals. Those crystals were in turn used to create the Divine Knights. So if there is any place in Erebonia to start looking for the vast amount you need, it's there. I had no idea. Why didn't you tell us this before now? Am I supposed to be a mind reader? It wasn't exactly relevant until now, so why bring it up? No need to bite our heads off. Hey, she told us now, right? All we gotta do is go to one of those shrines and we'll be rolling in ore. Let's hope so. We've got a lot on our plate checking up on the country, but exploring a shrine's been our best lead yet. And no matter how difficult it might be, a little thing like a trial isn't gonna scare us away, right? Right. And with the discussion coming to an end, their destination had been decided. Before departing, however, Class 7 thought it best to check if there were any new requests from Prince Oliver. And their timing turned out to be quite apt, as he had very recently sent several their way. Only optional quests. Makes things pretty simple. And I see why that's very much a bad pun. Gone Air. Oh, here's the deal. An airliner got hijacked mid-trip and went missing, but we managed to track it to the Isengard range. Right now, the hostages are all still inside. So we're gonna rescue them. It's gonna be tough given that the hijackers are armed, but that's where you and the Courageous come in. Toa can give you the specifics on how to reach us, but we'll be waiting in the Isengard range. See you there. Well, this is the sweetest of challenges. Wow. Blue block. Dearest ladies and gentlemen, I have taken the liberty of calling upon you for a request of my own, unbeknownst to my worthy rival. I have left a letter in the location indicated by the blue cross. I think you'll find it well worth your while to read it. Phantom Thief B. Of course, you'd have something for us like in the last game. Really, poison for a bruising. Imagine Eustace Halberea weeping for the safety of his province's people as they're chased through the streets by a ravaging monster. Surely you would not let such a dire scene come to pass, would you? The battle is set, and the North Croizen Highway awaits. And the monster is a AIRDATE. Definitely a tricky one to pronounce. This one's from Klein. I'm happy to see that Ibel's with him too. Not so happy about the airliner going missing though. It doesn't seem like something we can afford to ignore, dangerous as it sounds. But look at this one. Phantom Thief B? What's this about reading a letter? As if we have the time to be concerning ourselves with his pathetic antics. I know what you mean, really, but ignoring it might be even worse. Yep, we've got our work cut out for us. Hey, Reen, I want to help look out for everyone. Let me come with you, okay? Of course, Fee. You're always welcome. I think Celine and I should come with you when you're exploring the shrine, too. I was about to say the same thing. And make sure you're ready before you go. I wasn't kidding when I said the trials were difficult. It's temporarily not possible to remove Fee from the party. Also want to bring along Emma. Laura, William, and Elliot. Right, give Gaius his master quartz back. And go and give it make it to million for now. Let's also look up some new student information. Lion and Hibble, both of which have an associated quest, which makes things easy for them. First up, Kenneth, sighted along Nordia Highway. Margarita, at the Schwarz drop barrier. Hugo, sighted in Brewer. Stefan was once sighted at the Brewer Institute of Technology. Present whereabouts unknown. It's a client Hibble, hiding out in the Isengard Range, currently in pursuit of a missing airliner. Nah. Huh? What happened to Angelica? Who's operating the Courageous now? Oh, sorry. Of course you'd freak out a little. They're in the middle of testing an autopilot mechanism for the ship, actually. But things how they are, there's a definite chance that Angie will need to leave her seat and help us however she can in the future. So we thought it'd be a good idea to test it now while things are relatively calm over in eastern Erebonia. Oh, I see. That does make sense. Sometimes I have to wonder what this ship can't do. I can see that. It's about as cutting edge as you're going to find anywhere right now. Anyway, I think Angie's hanging out with George in the hold right now. If you need her for something, try there. Alright, thanks. Let's head into the training area. Looks like this maybe not. Back when I was in a brewer, Chairman Arena asked me to keep doing horrible staff reports. You know, like I did back at the academy. You'd think she'd be too focused on the ward to be worried about research and stuff, but I guess that's how she is. I don't have anyone running it. Yeah. The art test it. I'm training it at the moment. Wonder why she's in her lacrosse uniform. No one's in the conference room. Right, down the floor. Let him hit up the shops. Hold on to those for now. Hey, let's go and get upgrades for the party members. Just like that, should need just not enough to. Well. Nothing else I like to sell. Hell. There. Right, get those turned in. Let's sell these back. guys out the front deck. Oh, ever since you brought me on board, I've been trying to figure out what to do to play my part. So I started thinking about what I was good at, and it hit me. Lunchboxes. Super nice lunchboxes could really lift people's spirits. So I'm trying to improve my skills and make the best lunchboxes I possibly can. That's an interesting idea. I could see it working for you, Monica. I'm sure everyone will love sampling whatever you come up with. I'm getting hungry already. Can't wait. Glad to hear, because I need your help. Would you mind bring me some really superb dishes for reference? Superb? Superb how? Anything that you taste and think, wow, that's superb, will do. They'll really help me expand my lunchbox repertoire. Given that you carry your own recipe book around everywhere, I thought you'd be the perfect person to ask. What do you say? Willing to help me out? Well, if it leads to building a better lunchbox, I'm on board. If I stumble onto anything superb, I'll bring it straight to you. Thank you very much. This should be fun for both of us. Being two sparkles, superb dishes.
Okay, let's give this a try.
Make some everyone party here.
Not what I had in mind.
Don't blame me if you broke. Bon appetit.
Hey, actually got one. 6 with Emma.
Sure, I'd love to. It looks great, if I do say so.
4 with
I hope this turns out okay. Oh, this looks pretty nice. Okay,
Well,
it's all ready.
Too comforting. Still don't have the unique one.
I could certainly use the
With
practice.
the Laura.
That
Nope.
came.
Right, got a handful. Giving her here. So, tricolor onigiri. Thank you very much. This looks delicious. This will really help me make my lunchboxes as delicious as possible. Let me know if you have any more. An omelet. Right, energy jelly. Lassie croquette. Listening soup. And royal cappuccino. Right, that's all I got. Done. Go ahead and make a list. So I don't forget which ones I've already given her. Alright. One of everything. And perfect. Oh, you're gonna put him there, are you? Yep, great choice, huh? The good bedroom's gotta be fun, right? So if you ever want to take a nap in here, you're more than welcome to snuggle him. Might end up dreaming of Gramps if you do, though. I appreciate the offer, but no, definitely not. Never. Thanks. That's probably a good call there, Reen. Right, down to the second floor. Got it. Plus here. Huh? A letter. Oh, right, it's probably from Phantom Thief B. This must have been what he meant by where the blue cross indicates. Green took the letter, confirming that the sender was exactly who he thought. Yep, this is him, alright. What should I do, though? Honestly, I'm half tempted to just cram it in my pocket and keep going about my day. And considering that I'm trying to complete all of the quests I get, whether or not is all of the quests or not, I'm going to be reading this letter. No, I think I should read it. What if it's about a crime he's already committed? I'd hate to just be sitting on this until later, only to find out when I read it that it's too late to undo any harm he's done. Reen opened the letter seal and out popped a card.
To my dear friends in Class 7, I've taken the liberty of preparing an enjoyable diversion to spice up your mundane day-to-day lives a little.
Well, look at that. I'm already regretting opening this thing. I continue to watch your radiance from afar, ever dazzled by its brilliance. That radiance is no doubt the fruit of the bonds you share with one another. Bonds which, today, I wish to test. I wish to see how you act when the seeds of distrust and discord are sown among you, and I shall be watching from close by. To witness such a so rare and priceless an occasion, I will be stealing from you one of your beloved classmates.
I hope you'll enjoy this little experiment. I know I certainly will.
Steal one of our classmates? I have to tell the others about this. There's not a moment to wait.
Now, let the game begin. Dance for me a beautiful dance, each step replete with uncertainty.
That's him. Can't believe he was able to access the ship's intercom system, and even the lights. Oh, they're back on now. Need to hurry and check on the others. Anyway, that's why I asked you all to come here, but... everyone seems to be present and accounted for, at least to me. Perhaps that whole business about him was stealing one of us was a lie then? I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type who to go to all this effort and then not follow through. Do you think he's already struck, stolen a member of Class 7 and assumed their identity? No way! If he did, he's a true master of disguise. Everyone looks the same as ever to me. I don't know if this is related to the current situation, but after the lights came on, I found this card in the Orbital Factory area downstairs. That's one of B's calling cards. Can I have a look at it? George handed Irene the card, and he began to read it aloud. The theft has been conducted successfully. I am now among your number. So Angelica was right then. Wait, there's more. Having established that, allow me to lay down the rules for our little game. Green Schwarzer, you shall take up a mantle of a detective. Your mystery is to discover whom among you I have replaced. To make things a little more interesting, I will allow Sophie to act as your assistant. Me? What a twisted man. This is all just some game to him. Naturally, I have not taken the place of the detective or assistant, and not of your tutor either. I have assumed the identity of one of Class 7's members. I look forward to your struggles to discover which one. Here's to your success. So we're all potential suspects, then? I sure hope he didn't choose Emma. If we exclude Rena, Fia, and Instructor Sarah, that leaves 8 people that could be him. It's starting to sound kind of fun. As long as you're not suspecting me, then it wouldn't be much fun. Before we begin, however, I would like to set forth 2 rules, in the interest of a fair and enjoyable game, of course. Rule 1. Questions must concern events that happened after you went your separate ways from the bridge. Inquiring about things that happened before then, or about personal information I could not possibly know, is strictly forbidden. Rule 2. You may not consist with anyone outside of Class 7. That includes the Purple Lightning. Should you violate either of these rules, I can offer no guarantees to the safety of your missing member. I would assume that by now, you know me well enough to realize this is no idle jest. Well, that's everything. You sure can fit a lot on these cards. Toa, don't say anything that might break the second rule. Yeah, for their sake, I think it'd be best for us to just keep our mouths shut and let them figure this out now. Indeed, he can't risk putting whoever he's taken hostage in danger. I guess I'm in the off-limits camp, too. Can't say I'm real thrilled to think that Creep is sitting right here among us. Indeed, especially when we can't even help Class 7 identify him. Just leave this to us. We'll get him. Well, okay. For now, I think it would be best for all of us to leave the room then. We'll be sure to tell everyone on board to stay away from this room too. Good luck, everyone. Alright, we're finally ready to get this started. Now we just need to decide how we're going to work this out. The first rule is gonna be a pain. The one where we can only ask questions about things that happened after we all split up after being on the bridge. Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for that, this would be a fairly simple matter. True. I doubt he'd know what we had for dinner yesterday, for example. But all of us would. Which means that rule exists so he has plenty of time to savor the enjoyment before we work out the answer. Give me a break. So, which one of us is he pretending to be then? I don't really like having to doubt each other like this. He did say his intention was to test our bonds. I suppose this is one way to do that. You worked something out yet, Rain? I wish. So far I've got nothing. How about you? Same here. Maybe we should give everyone a pat down. What? I guess that's not technically in violation of any of the rules. And I see no harm in doing so. But don't worry. I'll handle the girls. Rain can do the boys. Didn't have to word it that way, B. Well, I suppose that's fine then. You seem strangely reluctant. I thought so. You're him, aren't you? What do you mean you thought so? You ask me, you're more likely to be the rat. Though frankly, I find it hard to believe that any imitation can capture the sheer arrogance that seeps from your every pore. I take it back. I find it equally ludicrous to think any imposter could duplicate your ability to overreact to the slightest provocation. Well, looks like these two are the same as ever. I think we're letting ourselves get a bit sidetracked, though. Yeah, let's get on with those pat downs. And the 8 of them split into 2 groups, with Rain and V conducting the pat downs. Well, that didn't get us anywhere. What should we do next? Maybe ask everyone what they did after we split up earlier? Yeah, that's probably the best place to start. That way, we can piece together the day's events and see if any testimonies stand out as odd. So, let's see. Alright, start with Elliot. So, Elliot, can you tell us what you've been up to? Well, I went down to the factory area with August, because we wanted to make a few tweaks to our weapons. After that, August was still taking care of some stuff, but I hopped on the elevator and left. I headed to the yard's training room to see how the modifications went, and that's basically it. Right, so you went to the factory, got some weapon adjustments, then went to test out your staff. And Marcus was with you initially, so he'll at least be able to verify that the first part happened. Gotcha. Thanks, Elliot. And I can confirm that Elliot was in the arts training room, as saw him in there. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Right, Marcus. How about it, Marcus? Can you tell us what you've been doing? Of course. First, I stopped by the factory area in the hold with Elliot to have some adjustments made to our weapons. Elliot finished up the first and left, while I stuck around waiting for my shotgun. About a half an hour later, I finally left the hold as well and dropped by the game room, where I ran into none other than Eustace. We even ended up playing a fairly civil game of billiards too. We were still playing when all of this trouble happened. So you started a friendly game of billiards just like that? Ah, you're such good friends. Oh, we are not. Anyway, thanks for giving us your account, Marcus. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Right. Going down the list. Can you tell us about what you've been up to, Eustace? Certainly. First, I went to the close combat training room, where I sparred for a while with the Gaius. After practicing for a while, we parted ways, after which I went to the game room. I was there roughly 30 minutes before Regnitz wandered in to break my peaceful reverie. He was being his usual noisy self, so I figured I'd shut him up by besting him at a game of billiards. You just have to go and make yourself sound superior, don't you? Oh, take it easy there, guys. Seems to add up with Marcus's testimony. Yeah, thanks, Eustace. Right, let's ask someone else then. Right, and Gaius. Can you tell us what you were up to, Gaius? First, I swung by the close combat training room where Eustace and I went a couple rounds. Eventually, we both left the room and headed to the elevator together. I was the first to get off at the 3rd floor. From the elevator, I headed straight out to the front deck to enjoy the feeling of the breeze in my hair. So you trained with the Eustace, then went to the front deck. Thanks for your testimony, guys. Alright, let's ask someone else then. How for Elisa? What were you up to during that time, Elisa? Well, I was hanging around with Milliam for a while. We were sitting and talking at one of those tables in the 3rd floor hall. After a while, she remembered that she had to do something and left. I stayed there, and pretty soon after that, Princess Alphen passed by and invited me into the royal room. That's it, I think. So you were with the princess. Thanks, Elisa. That was a big help. Alright, let's ask someone else then. Right. Now for Laura. Can you tell us what you were doing, Laura? I can, though I'm afraid there's really not much to tell. After everyone dispersed, I chose to remain behind on the bridge, observing the crew at work. Oh, really? There's not really any point in inquiring further, then. Thanks, Laura. Alright. Emma. Can you tell us how you spent that time, Emma? Well, actually, I was with Fee the entire time. You were? Yep, she was. Celine was there, too. They were both nearby when the lights went out, too. So I'd have a hard time believing it's Emma. Right. He's got no reason to lie. But, we are dealing with the bee here, so we can't be 100% certain he isn't Emma. What were you doing together then? Well, first we went to the reference room so I could investigate something. After that, we went to the kitchen. Does that all check out, Fee? Yep, all of it. Okay then, thanks, Emma. Right, and finally, Milliam. So, Milliam, can you tell us what you were up to during the time in question? Sure. Well, first I was hanging out with Elisa on one of the tables in the 3rd floor hallway. We were just sitting around talking, though. But then I remembered my bear. Your bear? I got him from Gramps. I finally got him back from his train while we were in Ruhr. Anyway, I forgot I hadn't put him somewhere nice yet, so I went straight to the nap room to plop him down there. Oh yeah, that's where I ran into you earlier, isn't it? Thanks, Milliam. Well, that's everyone. Still, just asking everyone individually may not be enough to prove anything. Someone could be lying. You've got a point. It might be good to get info about what people were doing from someone other than themselves. Maybe we could ask everyone if they saw anyone else. Oh, now that you mention it, that's a good idea. Thanks for the tip, Fee. It's what assistants do. True enough. In that case... Right, just... once again, go down the list. You said you went down to the factory area with Machias, right? Then you went to the arts training room? Did you happen to spot anyone besides Machias during all of that? Oh, actually I did. way to the arts training room, he passed Eustace and Gaius together and said hi to them. Oh, right. I may as well take this opportunity to answer for myself. I saw no one other than Elliot and those I've already specified I met. As for me, I saw Elisa sitting alone at one of the tables on the 3rd floor when I went down there. Assuming everything we heard earlier is true, I must have been there after William left and before Princess Elfin arrived. Oh, right, that gets a few people out of the way then. Okay, let's ask the next person. Nice trouble combo. Right, Machias? You met with Elliot and Eustace, right, Machias? Did you happen to spot anyone else while you were going about your business? I did, actually. I noticed Emma and Fee as I entered the game room. That must have been when they were headed to the kitchen area. So you saw Emma and Fee entering the kitchen. Got it. I didn't realize anyone had seen us going there. Same. I must have let my guard down. There's no need to feel bad about that. You were just walking around the Courageous, not infiltrating a secret base. Ha. That seems a little suspicious. Hey, considering Elliot, Eustace, and Gaius have already been able to verify things, while Emma and Via weren't with Machias. Well, that puts Machias at the top of my list. Right? You, Lisa. You said you sat and talked with William for a while before she left, and later you were invited to the royal room, right? That's right, yeah. Other than them, I did see Gaius pass through after William left. Hey. Bit of confirmation. That must have been when he was on his way to the front deck to enjoy the wind or whatever. That's all, though. I didn't see anyone else. Alright, thanks. Right. Now, Laura, you said you stayed on the bridge after everyone else left, right, Laura? Indeed. And of course, it follows that I saw none of our other classmates after that. Or did they see me? Fair enough. Yeah, not much that we can do about that. Yep. That does mean Laura doesn't have an alibi. But no alibi does not mean or the culprit, or in this case the imposter. And no, that is not an Among Us reference. Right? And I'm up next. Emma, you went to the reference room and then to the kitchen, right? And he was with you the whole time, right? You didn't see anyone else while you were wandering around, did you? You can answer this one, right? Of course, he did, yes. While we were on our way to the kitchen area, we saw Eustace enter the game room. I didn't see anyone else, though. Did you see Eustace, Fee? Yep. That's a relief. Just knowing that isn't a conclusive proof that Blue Long isn't mastering his Emma. But oh well. Right. Finally, Milliam. So after you finished talking with Elisa, you went to the nap room, right, Milliam? Did you see anyone other than Elisa during all of this? Nope, not a soul. Now I wish I'd just stayed there, though. Then I might have gotten invited to see Princess Elfin, too. Well, never mind that for now. Well, I think that's all we're gonna get. Okay, we've asked everyone to hear what they did, and if they saw anyone else while they were doing it. Want to go over it all again? Yeah, let's do that. First, the places where everyone started out. If I remember correctly, Elliot and Marcus were at the Orbital Factory on the first floor. Isis and Gaius were in the close combat training room on the fourth floor. Lisa and William were at one of the tables in the third floor hallway. Finally, Emma and I were in the reference room on the second floor. Aside from Laura, who has no alibi, all of them were in groups of 2. True, which means everything you just listed is likely to be genuine. As for what they did afterward, though, we'll go over that now. Elliot left the Orbital Factory before Marcus did, then went to the arts training room alone. On the way there, he also met Gaius and Eustace. Yep. After that, Gaius said he went out and went to the deck on the third floor, and Eustace went to the game room on the second floor. That's right. And on my way there, I saw Elisa alone in the third floor hallway. That means I must have already left for the nap room by then. Yeah. Next up is Marcus. About 30 minutes after Elliot left the factory room, he finished his business there as well and headed to the game room. That does seem to mesh with my own experience, seeing as I was in the room alone for some time before he arrived. Yeah. Then, as I was walking into the game room, I noticed Emma and Fia walking into the kitchen. As for Emma and Fia themselves, he started out in the reference room, as I mentioned earlier, but eventually we moved on to the kitchen. I can't remember exactly how long we spent in the reference room, though. As we left the kitchen, as we left and were on our way to the kitchen, we saw Eustace heading into the game room. Well, that's everyone. Any idea who's our guilty party, Reem? Yeah, I've got a good idea now. You do? You're cool sometimes, Reem. William, you could leave off the sometimes. Could you share your idea with us, then? Gladly. The one who's actually Phantom Thief be in disguise is none other than... Well, Laura has no alibi, but that would probably be seen as boring to be. Well, Elliot, Eustace, Gaius, Lisa, Laura, well, Emma, William, not Laura, all have a fairly reliable alibis. Though William was alone quite a bit. All my suspicions are high up the Marcus. tricky thing here is, Marcus, Laura, and William, all have, very shaky points where, you could have, easily, got, no, thinking about it, the lights went off, Marcus and Usus would be together, so yeah, that does easily does mean Usus would have it, and Marcus would still have allies for each other. Well, that leaves Gaius, Laura, and Milliam all alone at points where you could have gone to them without anyone being aware. Let's see. Did it before the lights went out. Making it possible he could have gotten any of them points where they were alone. Though probably would have struck when the lights went out. Lights out, that would also give him a chance to grab Elliot. He and Emma work together. Usus and Marcus work together. Emma with the fee. Lisa was with the Princess Alphen. So that's total of 6 who were with someone else when the lights went out. Oh, Rena and V aren't safe due to how the rules were set. Sorry about that. William did mention putting the bear in the nap room, which did see ya. Guys would probably be difficult to get because the front deck, which means the outside, no lights to go out for him. Yeah. That seemed like the Laura. Definitely a tricky one. Well, gonna go with the my gut and say Marcus. You, Marcus. Why me? What's your evidence? Well, Marcus said that he saw you and Emma enter the kitchen area, right? But if he did, where does that leave Emma's testimony? You mean the fact that she saw Eustace enter the game room? That's right, those two testimonies are at odds with each other. After all, Marcus said that Marcus came into the game room roughly 30 minutes after he himself arrived, right? That's correct. Which means, exactly. There's no way Marcus could have seen Emma view when he claims he did. It's just not possible. Well, you say that. But what if it's Emma who's in the wrong? It's true our testimonies contradict each other, yes, but why assume mine is more suspect? Because Emma wasn't the only one who saw Eustace. I did too. Which makes you our number one suspect. Indeed. Indubitably, my dear V. The doppelganger right in our midst is none other than Machias. I'm sure of it. The game is up, Phantom Thief B. Show yourself.
Well reasoned, my friends. A fine deduction, if I say so myself. You are correct. I am Phantom Thief B.
I can scarcely believe my eyes. He got us good. I'm impressed you were able to discern the truth from picking up on such a small inconsistency. Or perhaps I extended too generous a hand in helping you along after all. Helping us along? So your suspicious testimony was deliberate then? Spare us your cape-fluttering theatrics and just tell us where Machias is. This game is over. Such a lively rejoinder. All I shall say is, the narrow storehouse.
But adieu, ladies and gentlemen. I look forward to meeting you again on a new stage one day.
How does he do that? Never mind that now. We need to reach Machias. At least he didn't make the clue all hard and stuff. Yeah. I can't think of anywhere other than the storage room on the 3rd floor that would fit that description. Let's go dig him out, I guess. Ouch. I only wish I could have been there when you were captured, just to see the look on your face. You look a bit tied up, Machias. Yeah, I'll just keep the untranslated thing that said. With the Machias saved, everyone else set about trying to find Phantom Thief B. Unsurprisingly, he was nary to be found. Still, they had at least managed to avoid any harm from his antics. So for the most part, all was, well, that ended well. Quest complete. And received Phantom Thief's cape as a farewell gift from Blue Blanc. AP increased by 2. Alright. Now, the actual quest. Both of those do whenever. Oh, let's go to the game right now. Right, same choices, always. Lisa, Laura, Eustace, Bea, Gaius, that's all of the options. Lisa, Laura, Eustace, Bea, Gaius, Milliam, all lowest. Great. Or let's simple. The visa.
Let's get started. Go on, draw a card. Guess I'm going first.
Great. Let's go.
Same score, huh?
This,
Wanna redraw? Same score, huh? Wanna Guess I'm going first.
right ahead. Go for a bolt.
Now you've done it. Bolt!
Oh, only
Same score, huh? Wanna redraw? After you, then.
Ah! I won this one. Oh, I'll be going out. See you later. Alright. Next up, yeah, Laura.
Then let us begin our duel.
Yeah, you got one. That'll be
Please,
helpful.
draw a card. Then I'll make the first move.
Right. Bolt.
Well played.
Mirror.
I didn't expect that. Mirror!
Wow,
An excellent duel.
I've done it. If you'll excuse me, I will be leaving now with the pride in my heart. Okay, don't want to. Walk away with the loss. Here, right. Via.
Let the battle begin. We draw here, right? Guess we'd better draw again. You're first, I guess.
Right. Blast.
Ouch.
You. Not what I wanted to see there. Right.
Guess we'd better draw again. I'm first.
Another reset here.
Guess we'd better draw again. You're first, I guess. Force!
You well played. Mirror.
Crap. Take this! Oh, guess I lost.
Yep. I guess I'll let you have that one. Next one's mine, though. Definitely welcome to try, V. Right. That'll be good here. Uses next.
If we have to.
Yeah, Got a force.
Draw a card. Go ahead then.
Let's see if we get something good
Now
here.
you've done it.
That is a good one to beat.
We have the same score. Let's redraw. We have the same score. Let's I'll be going first.
Right.
Take this!
Hey, then I'll take your hand
Believe
then.
this. How about this?
Hey,
Believe this.
force.
Be gone! At least it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Oh, fairly easy one. Well, I concede defeat this time. Right, Milliam. The last one.
It's time to duel. Come on, draw a card. I'm going first.
Uh,
Take this.
nah.
Take this.
Right here.
Who's that for?
Right. Last. Got a good one. Right, force.
Who's that for? I wanted to win.
Boo, you beat me. I hold a mean grudge though. Just you wait until next time. And that. Everything there covered. What's left are the last two quests. Considering a later start than I like, current time and stuff I need to take care of, that's gonna do it for tonight. Tomorrow, you wrap up remaining quests and up to one of the shrines. Get the Zamorian or need for it. Use sword for it. Valimar. See you guys then. Later.